O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This is
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla, not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed in the Caribbean. This
Great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, InterMiami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty, welcome aboard. It is Wednesday. Normally Thursday we're here, but today, well, it's a special show because we're headed out to Seattle tomorrow. So we won't be here tomorrow. Impossible to do a show at Hialeah Park when you can't be in Hialeah on Thursday. So we are here at Hialeah on Wednesday, thanks to the very kind folks Brunetti family, Mr. Calabro, all the great people making it happen here. So we appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we go. Had to straighten this thing out. Right, Alarmo? Raise the arm. Look over there. Look over there. Raise the shield. All that. Yeah, there you go, Alarmo. Whoa. Alarmo's not ready. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Alarmo's ready now. All right. Anyway, welcome aboard here at Hialeah Park. Don't forget, you can get your no regret first bet. You get $100. It's a beautiful thing. Use that QR code. Go to the Hialeah website. Remember, if you already have a Hard Rock account, use a different email or a different phone number, and you can get your $100 no regret first bet. It's a beautiful thing, man. So take advantage. They haven't added any. I'm sure it'll be next month or the month after. I'm sure they'll be giving away some kind of a boat or car or something or truck or something soon. That's coming. They've got watch parties here now every Saturday, every Sunday for UM and for the Dolphins. So while we're in Seattle, you can be here watching it, right? And, you know, the wife or your girlfriend can be at the gaming, at the machines. Got, you know, hundreds and hundreds of very loose machines downstairs. Got great places to eat. It's a smoke-free casino. They have an outside area that's under roof, and you're overlooking the track. It's actually really cool. But it's called the Smoking Hot Slots, and that's an area where the folks that do smoke bring your cigar, your cigarette, your vape pen, whatever, and you can enjoy yourself. But inside the casino, no smoke. So it's cool. Even on the second floor here in the poker room, they have a balcony area that you can walk out and take a break and take a smoke, and that's what the smokers do. You know what I mean? But it's cool because it's convenient for everybody. They don't have smoke in their face and all that kind of stuff, and that could bother some people. I could see it. Listen. I don't mind smoking cigars, but I got to tell you, cigarettes bother the hell out of me. So it's actually cool when you're able to do that. So, and they've got all the games going on all over the world, whatever kind of games are going on. They got races, so you can bet on them. The windows are right there too. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you got all the conveniences to have some fun here at Hialeah Park. Plus, the architecture is just second to none. Stuff that you don't even see anymore, which is it's just a beautiful, beautiful facility. So check it out one day. Bring your friends, bring that special someone, and enjoy yourself a little bit here at Hialeah Park, man. They do a great job. Anyway, we are here, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some sports. There's actually a few things to talk about, actually. A couple of Dolphin topics that I want to get into. 3 specific Dolphin topics. 4 Dolphin topics that I have here for today. That are, I think, important for Dolphin fans to hear and gets you to think a little bit. And that's kind of what we do here, you know, on the show. I see the Feds lowered the rate 0.5 point. Thank God. It was, you know, a lot of people were for sure that they were going to lower the rate today, and it was going to be it was going to be 0.25 point up until about a week and a half ago. It started heating up like it's going to be 0.5 point. And sure enough, 0.5 point. So that is good. I know Bitcoin bounced a little bit. It hit 61,000 yesterday, and then it dropped to in the 60,000 area, even to 59.7, 59.8. And then when the Fed announced the drop, it shot up almost to 61, and now it's dropped to 60,449. So it's right around there at this point. But that's good news, man. It's really good news that they lowered the rates. Let's give you a little bit of a crypto segment here, a little crypto moment for you. MicroStrategy, by the way, has now increased. It's going to raise $875 million to buy more Bitcoin and redeem outstanding notes. That's amazing. The largest asset manager, BlackRock, published a bullish Bitcoin report before today's rate. And in their report, they put out that Bitcoin adoption will be driven by, listen to this, global monetary stability, geopolitical stability, U.S. political stability, and U.S. fiscal sustainability, which, by the way, yeah, we're on an unsustainable path as it is. Bitcoin has been above the 1 trillion market cap now for 205 days. Also, the current rate for U.S. adults, well, yeah, you know what? That one's not as important right now in the crypto world. Ethereum, by the way, has slumped. So some people are kind of concerned about Ethereum. But there's good points here. More than half of all stable coins are in Ethereum. More than 60% of all DeFi assets are locked on Ethereum. And Polymarket settles on Ethereum. So stay, relax, stay strong. Ethereum will bounce, and it's going to bounce strong. You will see. I'm a big Ethereum guy, so, you know, what can I tell you? Bitcoin also, let's see. Bitcoin oh, by the way, Bitcoin ETFs continue to buy more than 100% of newly mined Bitcoins. The ETFs bought 2,921 Bitcoins yesterday versus the 450 that were mined. So that's like almost 6-1. Or maybe it could be almost 6-1. It could be right there. That's insanity. So we've got a lot of things, you know, going on in a very positive fashion in Bitcoin. So just in case, and crypto also overall. So we'll keep following what's going on, and we'll keep updating you on all of that. Don't forget, the other way you can support our show is visit our merchandise shop. We've got shirts and hats there. Sometimes the billboard comes up. You can use our QR code. If not, you can find the link here on our YouTube page. The link is also on our Instagram page at Big O Radio Show. So you can get that there. All right. Luis Medina, I see, is number one. He says he's from 340 down to 230. Studley, dude. You're awesome. No rice, bread, processed food, oatmeal once or twice a day. Keep it going, Luis. You are our hero, dude. You are our hero, you know. And for me, it's keeping, you know, I'm trying to keep it off, right? So that's the key. And I've been able to keep most of my stuff off, which is really impressive for me. You know, I'm starting to fast again. I haven't been fasting. I've been kind of pacing myself and trying to cheat a little bit, eat right, cheat, and try to see if I can maintain where I'm at. I've been able to kind of maintain it, but I have to start, and I'm starting to do the fasting again. So I'll probably be full-blown fasting when I come back from Seattle. But I'm trying to pace myself in between meals now. I'm trying to extend it now. One-Eyed Jack is in the house. Hoping everybody has a great day. NorCal is in. Jay Gelfin. Looking forward. Yeah, me too. Looking forward to Miami and Atlanta tonight. Boys are kicking some ass, dude. Think Blue Dodgers is in. Checking in from LA. Brett Dodger is in. Right after Think Blue Dodgers. That's good. Daniel Berry is in. Skyler Tipton. Am I a blind-ass fan because I think we have a chance against Seattle if we run the ball well? No. I mean, look, man. We're torn right now as a Dolphin nation. You know, you got to root for the team. I'm not rooting for losses. Now, do I have much hope? I don't actually. I don't. I'll be honest. Can they win on Sunday? Of course. If everything goes well and they control the ball and Skyler can make a couple of plays and they can run the ball responsibly and they can actually play defense and stop the run and all that kind of stuff, sure, they got a chance. Of course they have a chance. Now, I got to be honest with you. Mike McDaniel gives me no hope anymore. I don't believe he can coach you out of adversity. I think Mike McDaniel's a front runner. That's what I think. Seriously. So I haven't seen from him the kind of coach that overcomes this kind of stuff. I just don't. And I think they've given him more than enough talent. And I don't think he's maximized it, to be quite honest. So I don't know what to tell you. And now that you don't have Tua, I mean, you win because of because of Tua. It's the same thing with Flo. Flo didn't like Tua, but he eventually had to stay with Tua because he noticed, well, wait a minute, I win more games with Tua than I do with Jabroni or with Fitzpatrick. Yeah, you know what? I hate the kid, but let me stick to him. And at the same time as we talk about Mike McDaniel, the genius, because he does design some amazing offensive plays. There's no doubt about that. But he doesn't know how to use everything at the right time. He doesn't know how to stay with certain things when they're working. He doesn't know how to decipher what the offense is doing against him or defense is doing against him. It takes him forever to figure that out. He tries to be too smart. I mean, my favorite move was yesterday. Robbie Chosen got cut. So you're going to tell me this kid was good enough to be in the Buffalo game and put in a very important position, which was incredibly stupid by you. And then after that, days later, the guy is cut off the team and he's not good enough to even be on your practice squad? How do you go from being put in an incredibly important position in an incredibly important game to you can't make the 16-man practice squad? It's 16, right? Or 15 or 14. I don't know. It's like it's as many as Tyreek Hill's kids. I don't know how many. Does he have like 16? I think the NFL handles their practice squad depending on how many kids Tyreek has from year to year. So he has 16 kids now. If he has one next year, then the NFL will increase the practice squad to 17. So, one for international. Okay, so Tyreek impregnated somebody in the last few hours. No, but seriously, think about that. Robbie Chosen got cut yesterday. Mike McDaniel had him playing in the most important game of the regular season for the Miami Dolphins. Do you know why I say that? Because that's the team that defines who you are. You can't beat the Bills, you can't do anything. You can't win the division, you can't go deep in the playoffs. You can't because Buffalo's in your way. So Mike McDaniel plays Robbie Chosen, and days later, he's cut off completely from the whole team. How does that happen? That's because you have an incompetent head coach. They hired the wrong coach, dude. I love the front office. I think there's a lot of good things they've done. But I think the one thing that they screwed up is they hired the wrong coach. That's all I can tell you. That's why I have no hope, because they hired the wrong coach. I hope Mike McDaniel proves me wrong. And this is a great opportunity for him to prove a guy like me wrong. Because if you start winning with Skyler Thompson, then you start showing me that you can be a real coach. Because your team is pretty much healthy. I know Armstead probably may not play, and I know it's up in the air in Mostert, but you have two other backs. And Kendall Lamb can play good enough for you to get by. So show me some, though. Show me a Spoelstra moment a few times this year. You're going to be without Tua for 4 weeks. Show me something, dude. Show me the things that Shula had to show me when he had to play backups. Show me. Show me when Eric Spoelstra has to play all kinds of different players and he's got a lazy superstar or a blood clot superstar or whatever it is, and he finds a way to overcome. Show me. Show me. And I need to be proven wrong from here on out. I didn't know anything about Mike McDaniel, just like you all. Do I like him as a person? Hell yeah, dude. He looks like a really good human being. Looks like a nice guy. But as a head coach, what I've learned, he ain't got it. He's a play designer. He's not even an offensive coordinator. That's how much I've knocked him down the totem pole. He's not even worthy to be an offensive coordinator. I think this team has underachieved already in the first 2 games under Mike McDaniel. And I'm not blaming the front office, and I'm not blaming the players. I'm blaming the coach and his staff. That's who I'm blaming. So, to me, that's where I've lost a lot of hope for the Dolphins this season. And, and I'm pissed at Tua also. I'm really pissed at Tua because he's shown me some ignorance that I didn't think he actually, possessed. And for him not to know who he is constantly and after all these injuries and still to do these stupid things, I'm really, really disappointed in Tua in that sense. I'm disappointed that he forces the issue and commits stupid penalties, stupid turnovers. He still does it, and it's because he wants to play the hero ball bullshit, and he just doesn't get it that that's not how he's going to be a hero. So, that doesn't matter at this moment because he's not in the game. So now I have to count on Mike McDaniel, and that's where my problem is right now. I don't believe that Mike McDaniel is the answer at head coach anymore. That's it. And by the way, I think I told you guys this a year ago. During his first year, that the jokes and the cuteness and all that stuff is cute and it's funny, but it won't be funny anymore when you're not winning, you're not getting it done. And when you now listen to his press conferences, they are becoming more and more painful because there's nothing to be cute about now. There's nothing to be funny about now. And people want to see you as a coach. A serious CEO that can overcome the adversity that your company is at right now. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And I think any of us at this point that tries to paint a picture that Mike McDaniel's the guy, you're just lying to yourself because the proof is there that he's not the guy. Constantly for 2 years and 2 games, he has proven he's not the guy over and over and over and over and over again. The only thing he proves is that he knows how to design some really cool offensive plays. But that to me that's the real problem. And that's where I'm uncomfortable with everything. I don't see a lot of light I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, and it's mostly because of Mike McDaniel. So I hope he proves me wrong. Let's see. George Fernandez is in. Back to mediocrity. Yep, that's who we are. That's who we are. Alexis Palenzuela. Huntley going to save our season? Yeah, well, we talked about that yesterday. Arizona fanatic. I wish McDaniel would make in-game adjustments. Yeah. Kevin says you'll be waiting forever if you expect McDaniel to be a good game day coach. I can't disagree with Kevin. Exactly. That's how I feel now. Where are you at with him, by the way, Sean? Where are you at?
I wouldn't say I'm 100% giving up on him. I'm about 93% giving up on him.
What's the difference? Jesus Christ.
There's some hope. There's some hope.
7% out of 100 is not a lot of hope.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's hopium there.
God. I don't know, man.
I want to see how he does and how he designs this with Skyler in there. And this weekend, I'll either go to 15% or I'll go completely to 100% against him.
By the way, Jay, thank you. Jay gave us a tip yesterday. He sent me something. Was it yesterday or the day before? Apparently, This drive-in, interesting name, Dick's Drive-In, has great burgers. They're the best in Seattle. No, it's legit. It's legit. No, I mean, Jay would never, ever mislead me. Jay's a friend. But apparently their burgers are amazing, and hand dip shakes and all kinds of stuff. They say they use real potatoes, real Washington potatoes, cut fresh daily. Dick's Drive-In. Get the inside scoop. That's right. So they've got a truck and everything. Food truck and all. So apparently, we're starting to get the tips of everything out there, folks. So send it in anywhere we can go to eat and hang out in Seattle. We definitely need it. I always like a good burger place. Nothing wrong with a good burger place. So that'll be fun. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. McDaniel is a good play designer. That's it so far. Yes, he is. I heard that loud thunder sound and thought Big O ate another panhandle hot dog. Well, those were the sounds. I mean, at least you were right about that. Yeah, those were the sounds. McD better earn his extension in the next 4 games. Good luck. Big O had the drop from Joe Rose, LOL, when the Dolphins landed back to mediocrity. What was that? Oh, wish Big O had the... Oh, okay. Let's see. Tim Myers says, I'll be at the game Sunday. Let's go, Dolphins. All right, Tyler. Hope to see you there, man. Look for us. We will be we'll be hanging out with a bunch of Dolphin fans. I know we're going to be in the media, but we're going to go, roam the stadium. We got to roam the stadium, right? Got to check that stadium out. Definitely. You know what I was thinking? Do we go there and like go buy like something Seattle so we fit in? Oh man, people might kill us if they see us wearing Miami stuff.
We can't wear Miami stuff though, can we? And go to the media, or is that only?
Oh no, not in the media, no.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know if we could. I know that was just a.
No, you can, but I would not.
No, I normally, no. I just know it's frowned upon.
Yeah, no. That's why I told you we got to go roam the stadium a little bit so we can get the feel for the atmosphere, and we can talk about that too. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of covering everything.
I can probably tell you the atmosphere, how it's going to be there.
I'm looking forward.
The 12th man, I can tell you.
I want to see that. I want to see that, man, because those fans, they look like they are absolutely phenomenal. Luis Notare is in. Mace Taggart in the house. Chris Duquette, Lisa Rose, Robert T. No more sitting down to watch games. Just got background noise or in my car while I'm doing something more productive between 1 and 4. Well, it's at 4 this Sunday. So you're gonna have to decide between 4 and 7 to fix that car. As a Tua fan, I'm overreacting by saying I don't want to see him die on the field, and I think it's time to move on, not based on his play, but based on his compassion for him as a person. Chris, you and I are in exactly the same boat. I got nothing but love for Tua. And it's very understandable for any of us to feel this way. See, my problem for Tua is, and I got mad at him the last time about this, like, stop holding on to the ball. Stop playing hero ball. Remember, we got into this. And it's like, and what did he do again? He played hero ball. And the pick 6 was hero ball too. Because he refuses to understand who he is. And so, if you don't know who you are and you're going to keep playing like this, you shouldn't play. That's all. If Tua Tagovailoa wants to play the way he continues to play, it's not that he can't pass the ball, but he has to understand, dude, if they can't block and you got the pass rush, just go down to the ground, bro. Don't force the issue. And if you can't run far enough for the first down, who gives a shit, bro? Just slide. Run out of bounds. Live for the next play. You cannot carry the whole team. But he doesn't seem to understand that. And so I, like you, Chris, I feel like I'm only watching Tua come back to then have the fingers again. And then I cringe and I get depressed and I feel terrible for him and I feel terrible for his wife and I feel terrible for his family because I'm a father. I'm a husband. And the first thing I think about is them, not me. I don't give a shit about me, but I think about them. So what am I going to do to them? So I can't do something that puts them through hell. But he doesn't seem to understand that. He doesn't understand the hell that, and then, oh, by the way, not only the emotional hell he puts everybody through, his family, his friends, his teammates, his front office, the fans, and then the dude has suffered all kinds of pain. Like, dude, you dislocated, you crushed your freaking hip. Was that not enough for you not to learn not to play hero ball anymore? No, I guess not. One titanium wrapped ankle, then another titanium wrapped ankle. Broken ribs, broken knuckle, and that's not hero ball. That's just who you are. And so you know who you are, and you're still going to put shoulders into people. There is no hope for Tua Tagovailoa because he gives himself no hope. So I'm like you, Chris. I'm depressed about him because since he's ignorant and he refuses to understand who he is, then all we're doing is going to watch a young man suffer another brain concussion again. That's all that's going to happen because that's the only way he knows how to play, the way he's not supposed to play, the way Marino didn't play, the way, Brady never played, the way Manning never played. None of them ever wanted to tackle anybody. None of them ever took on a tackler. None of them ever tried to outrun anybody. None of them ever looked to hold on to the ball for 5 seconds. None of them played that kind of hero ball. Every one of those guys, Drew Brees, whatever, Bob Greasy, they lived inside the 2.5 seconds. That's where I will be a hero. Oh, I can't be a hero. I'm throwing the ball away and I'm taking a sack. We'll play the next play. He doesn't understand that. He has Marino in the building every day. I watched Marino every day of his life. I watched him at Pittsburgh. I watched him every day with the Dolphins. That guy threw the ball away the best ever. Not only was he the best quarterback in my eyes, he was the best at throwing it away. You never sacked Marino. You rarely sacked Marino. Why? He was going to throw it away. You were going to sack him, he was going to go down. He wasn't going to try to fight you off. He wasn't going to try to outrun you. He wasn't going to put a shoulder into you. It's not that Marino was soft or anything like that. It's not that Manning was soft or Brady was soft or Breeze was soft. They're smart. Tua is stupid. I love Tua. I'm a Tua fan. I'm a Tua believer of his ability to throw the ball. Now, his decision-making, I'm not a fan of that. He likes pain. He likes to do stupid things and run into football players when he has no business running into football players. None. But how stupid can you be if you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again? I mean, does anybody look at Tua in the eye? Is there a real friend of his? I would imagine maybe his dad did it because he is a real ball buster. But does he have a friend that says, hey, bro, what are you doing? And then Tua looks at him and says, what are you talking about? Bro, you can play this game, but stop doing stupid things. This is why you're concussed right now, bro, because you're stupid. You run into a defender, just slide, man. Oh, I'm trying to get that's not your job, dude. Slide. Oh, I'm trying to make a play. It's not your job. If the play's not there, don't make the play. Don't force it. You see the interception, pick six, you forced it. You see the concussion, you forced it. Does anybody get in his face and tell him that? Does anybody have the balls to get in his face to tell him that? Does he have the manhood to listen to it and take it in? He certainly does not have the comprehension. I mean, I have to question your intelligence when you continue to do the same stupid thing over and 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 over again. Does anybody sit in front of Tua and say, yo, dude, who the hell do you think you are? You're not a football player. You know that, right? You're a passer. Marino wasn't a football player either. He was a passer. Peyton Manning, not a football player. Tom Brady, not a football player. Just passers. Just passers. They can't run. They can't tackle. They can't be tackled. Nothing. They're just passers. Your quarterback, like those guys, your kicker, your punter, they're just specialists, man. You never count on your quarterback to be a safety or a linebacker or a blocker. Do I want Joe Montana leading a block for Roger Craig? Do I need Tom Brady to block on the reverse? No. I need him to stay back there and just look. He did his job. He handed it off, right? It's over. I don't need anything else from Tom Brady. I don't need you to tackle it. They intercepted the ball. Tom, stay right there. Don't go chasing him. Don't worry about it, Tom. You made your mistake the next time you come back. That's all. I can live with that. I never called Marino or Manning or Brady or Breeze a wussy because they weren't breaking tackles or running or putting shoulders into people. That's not their job. Do your job, and that's it. And if it's not there, give up on the play, dude. You're not overcoming it. That's not who you are. You just can't tuck it like Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. That's what they are. And they have to be that because they can't be this. It's what I tell you all the time. All the quarterbacks that run all over the place, they got no titles. No titles. Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton, Josh Allen. I don't give a shit who it is. Michael Vick. They can all run all they want. Jalen Hurts. Run to your heart's content. You don't win anything in the NFL. Nothing. You don't win shit in the NFL. You know who wins? The guy that stays back there and passes. That's the guy that wins every single time. Every single time. That's the guy that wins. Pat Mahomes, when does he run? When there's like, it's over. Like, that's the only thing I can do. I have to run. Okay. But can Pat Mahomes sit back there and make a living in the pocket? Every day. And Tua can do the same thing. Just play the game, dude. He doesn't get it. So I'm like you, Chris. We're waiting for Tua to come back to do the same stupid thing over again and ruin his life and his career. I mean, there's no proof that he'll learn. He didn't learn in Alabama, and he hasn't learned in 4 years in Miami. So why is he supposed to learn now? That's depressing, bro. Like, this kid's got me like in a state of mind like it's frustrating. Because he can play. I know he can play. Let me tell you a little bit about R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall. And love talking about Ray and the boys. They do a great job out there. And folks, if you need to take your home, your business to the next level, your condo, they do complete remodeling, full-blown out remodeling, kitchen upgrades with appliances, waterproofing, terrace, balcony, also with a flood test report. They can do it all for you. Impact windows and door installation, bathroom upgrades, floor restoration, maintenance, stucco repair, interior and exterior paint, drywall with the level 5 finish. Call my friends at R&M Contractors. Here's Ray's direct number, 305-345-3649. You dream it, they're going to build it. Call Ray. They know how to get it done. They are as professional as it gets. Ray's a big fan of the show, big supporter of our platform. Support the great people that support our platform. Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties, and also condos too, so they can take care of you. R&M Contractors. You build it, they build it. You dream it, they build it. All right. Fernando Perez, thank you, sir. Brian Landis, going to be a rough stretch, but we'll get through whatever happens to our delusional Finns franchise. Yes. Where did you get that hat? Caneswear, bro. Caneswear's got this and many other championship hats from the Panthers. Go to caneswear.com, use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. If you order over $99, you will get free shipping. They've got this hat and they've got many others. Not every hat I buy there, but most of the hats that I own have been bought there. There's a couple that I run into that I love and, they don't have it. So I buy it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, most of the hats, but this one specifically is from there. And they've got all kinds of flags and shirts and all kinds of stuff. So if you want some Panther championship gear, they've got it. Panthers reported today, which is great. Need y'all to split the games with the Patriots and the Jets. Would greatly appreciate it. One for y'all, one for the enemy, says T. Dobbs. T. Dobbs, I'm hoping just to win one. We'll see. I'm really afraid of this. I am incredibly nervous because I have really no hope anymore for Mike McDaniel. I have officially completely given up on Mike McDaniel. I think he was a bad hire, unfortunately. And I love the front office, but damn. And this one could cost them. I hope not, but I think this team is much better than what it's performed. Donardo Joseph is in. George Grass. Robert T. At home with sick child. I can actually watch the chat. Robert T., I hope your child gets better, my brother. That's the most important thing. Howdy, y'all. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. It's very good. Let's see how prepared McDaniel will be in Sunday's game. Yep. 50 is a lot. Not really. Half a point. They waited too long to raise the rates, and they've waited too long to lower them. They're a disaster, bro. Just like our government. Ricky Lisabeth, Big O, when I think Tua's coming back, or is he even going to come? Well, he's eligible to come back October 27th against the Arizona Cardinals. Against the passer. Yeah, he had some. Did you watch Kyler Murray this weekend? He can pass, bro. He can pass. That's why, if you've listened to me, I've always believed in Kyler Murray. Always believed in Kyler Murray. And the difference between Kyler Murray or Lamar or Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts, watch Kyler Murray and watch those other three guys. The other three guys, they have no anticipatory skills. None. Kyler Murray's a real passer, like a legit passer. And now if he's taking shit serious and he's studying and all that and he's ready to grow up, kid might just cross that threshold. He might just my only issue with him, just like with Tua, was durability. When they drafted Tua, I was like, yeah, okay, well, they drafted him. Listen, he can play. I personally would have, I'm the video's there, dude. I can't lie, you know. So it's one of those things. But when they drafted him, I said, okay, all right, he can play. You just got to worry about the injury history. And that's the same thing with Kyler Murray. With Kyler Murray, it's not that he had injury history. I was just so worried that he was so small. And he finally broke down last year. It took a while for him to have a big injury, actually, because he's hard to catch. But he can pass, man. That's the difference. When I see Kyler Murray and I watch Lamar or Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts, those guys those are throwers. They're not passers. Kyler Murray is a passer. He looked good, man. Good for him. If he's going to grow up, that's gonna be really good for Arizona, big time. Tua's a franchise guy. He'll be back and he'll play smart going forward and have a great career for the Fins and hopefully get a Super Bowl. Well, if he continues to play with his ass, if he keeps thinking with his ass, he's got no shot. Adrian says, chat, help me out. I got 5-6 on my parlay. I just need Inter to win. Do I let it ride or cash out? No, let it ride. Well, how much are you winning when you get 5 of 6? I need to know that, Adrian. How much are you winning right now, 5 of 6, and how much will you win 6 of 6? I like Inter tonight. We got Messi and Suarez and all that, so I like Inter tonight. Didn't they beat Philadelphia without Messi? I'm pretty sure they beat Philadelphia without Messi during that streak. I'm almost sure of that they beat Philadelphia, and it was here because this one's on the road. So, yeah, I think they beat them here without Messi. I want to say it was a 2-1 game. Okay? So, but you got to tell, huh? It was 2-1? Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. They play Atlanta. I'm sorry, United. I'm sorry. Yeah, they've beaten United. They've beaten the United. That's right. It's not Philadelphia. They play Atlanta. I'm sorry, Atlanta. And they've beaten Atlanta. So, yes, I would, personally. But you got to tell me what you win 5 of 6 and 6 of 6. What's the difference in the money? That's what I need to know. United beat them 3-1, huh? Wow. What happened in that game? Wow. Snyder AF, thank you, sir, for the love in the super chat. Let's pay a QB crazy money with the terrible injury history. Feels like the Dolphins want to play players now before they even accomplish anything. You know, I've thought a lot about this, and this is something that I want you guys to. It was mismanaged to a certain extent. There's no doubt about that. But like I talked to you about Mike McDaniel, do you know where Mike McDaniel lied to you and failed you and maybe even failed the front office? So everybody that comes off the Shanahan tree likes to run the football and likes to punish you running the football like they do in San Francisco. You know, they like to punish you when they can. You know, Green Bay, if they get on a roll, they love to just keep running the ball. And somehow or another, we got the guy that fell off the tree that doesn't dedicate himself to the run, which would help out your quarterback, which would make his life easier. We got the guy that didn't want to include the tight end in the offense. Everybody that falls off the Shanahan tree has the tight end. It's like a major part of the offense. We get the guy that doesn't do it and doesn't help his quarterback. We get the guy that can't design a way to open it up for a third wide receiver, which doesn't make any sense because I've seen every kind of wide receiver get open. So don't give me this. Brian Hartline was the number 1 wide receiver who should be a 3 here, and he caught a whole bunch of balls and over 1,000 yards, I think like 2 years in a row, right? I want to say Brian Hartline might have had like 1,000 yards 2 years in a row. And is Brian Hartline better than really that much better than what you have at slot? Not really. There's a lot of it, and listen, I can blame Tua when he does the stupid stuff on his own. But I also have to blame the coach for not taking care of the quarterback and the rest of the offense and failing the offense and not winning a challenge. I mean, there's just all kinds of things that I can point at. And I can blame Tua for some things, but I have to also blame the environment that has created the failure. And who has created that environment? Mainly Mike McDaniel. And that's why if I'm the front office, dude, I am royally pissed at this man because he just doesn't make good decisions. And it's making them look terrible because they hired him and they already screwed up with Flo. And now you're going to screw up with Mike McDaniel. And I get it. They got to try to find a way to make this work because they're not going to give you a chance to blow it up again. But Mike McDaniel is a major problem of what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff that he does that has no rhyme or reason to it. So it's not so much, Tua has his own issues, but a lot of it is the environment that's around him doesn't help him and others succeed, the team overall, because of what Mike McDaniel has done. It's the same thing as watching Caleb Martin right now. In Chicago, you draft a young quarterback, but you don't have the line to protect him. Bryce Young. I'm not a Bryce Young believer by any stretch. Okay, I was more of a CJ Stroud guy. I'm on record on that. But even if I'm not a Bryce Young guy, I have to tell you it's been completely mishandled. You draft a kid, you don't put the proper people around him, talent-wise, and coaching-wise, and then you have a terrible owner. Maybe the worst owner in pro sports in David Tepper. A hothead who has made all kinds of changes and created an incredibly unstable environment. I think it's hard for Bryce Young to succeed anyway, whether you believe in him or not. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think they ruined every chance to try to develop him there. Maybe he could. Maybe he's better than I think. Maybe he's better than you think. But I can tell you this, in that environment, you're not going to succeed. And a lot of times it's environment. And Mike McDaniel has screwed up his own environment. I can say sometimes that Tua succeeds in spite of Mike McDaniel, not because of. That's the one thing that I think we've been screwing up here. We've given him too much credit. I think he has a really talented roster, and he underachieves. He's proven to me that he is really not a good head coach. Talks a lot of shit about, improving players and all that kind of stuff, and I don't think he does a good job of that overall. I think he flies by the seat of his pants, and I think he's way too slow as an in-game coach to adjust to anything. So when you have a coach that can't create the right environment, that's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. That's a major, major, major problem. Me and Big O are the only ones who see through McDaniel's smoke and mirrors. He ain't it, period. Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of other ones. True Fin Fan was way off the McDaniel bandwagon before us. Let's see. Well, we haven't won a single playoff game, and Greer has been the GM for how many years now?
20, right?
Yeah.
He's been there 20 years.
I know Greer's going to take the heat here. I know it.
I thought he was insinuating he'd been there for the 20
Yeah,
years.
he probably thinks it.
By the way, the last game against Atlanta United was the last game Messi played.
Oh, we got our asses
kicked.
Went
to national. Yeah.
It
was May 29th.
Yeah, that was a
3-1 loss.
Terrible game
to Atlanta United, and then he went on international duty June 1st.
Yeah, don't forget, folks, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And we tell you that because we get 100% of the donation on Cash App or Venmo, and we always appreciate it. You can also make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Andrew Watson, 2 donations on Venmo. Okay, the first one says, see you at the fan club event in Seattle. Look forward to that. You have been the biggest Tua supporter. I can see how much you care about him and his success. I like Tua the person, but man, we still need to find the QB answer. Marino once said a QB's greatest asset is availability. Tua has failed in this. Do you think one of the things that frustrated Flores about Tua was his emotional fragility? Perhaps Tua is sensitive to confrontation. Maybe he felt this played out in moments on the field. No, actually, not at all, Andrew. Do you know why? Because he didn't want Tua from the get-go, before they even picked him. It was in the arguments leading up to the draft. He didn't want him. So it had nothing to do. He didn't really know the player at that point. And I don't think there's anything weak or fragile about Tua. He deals with all kinds of Tua's problem is that on the field, he makes stupid decisions. He thinks he can take on a tackler. He thinks he's going to outrun people. He thinks he can off balance. No, nothing. A guy's on him, and he's going to throw over him and all the way out of bounds. That's where you have to know who you are. You're a small quarterback that has a lot of injuries. You don't have a strong arm. Sit down, bro. Take the sack. You got the first down. Slide. You don't put a shoulder into somebody. That is Tua's problem. Hero ball. Hanging out back there for 4 or 5 seconds. As I've told you guys, the 2 ankle injuries he suffered in Alabama, the 2 concussions he had here in Miami 2 years ago, and the hip injury all happened within 3.85 seconds and 5.1 seconds. You hold the ball in the NFL for 4 to 5 seconds, that is death. Death. Marino didn't hold it for 4 or 5 seconds. Peyton Manning doesn't hold it for 4 or 5 seconds. Tom Brady doesn't hold it for 4 or 5 seconds. Stupid people hold it for 4 or 5 seconds. So Tua has to get that out of his system. He's not a hero. He can't play like Cam Newton. He's not built like Ben Roethlisberger. He can't run like Lamar Jackson. He can't take hits like Josh Allen. So he has to understand who he is. He has to play the way Drew Brees played. In those parameters. You're not an athlete, bro. You're a passer. Isakao. It's over. That's all you are. And there's nothing wrong with that, dude. There's nothing wrong with just being a passer. So it's not that Tua's, soft mentally, because obviously you come back from a hip injury in 9 months. There's nothing soft about you. Okay? Kid is tough. He's crazy. He's out of his mind. He's a competitor. He's the ultimate competitor. But he has to understand he cannot be the ultimate competitor on the field. He has to be selective. And he has to understand the fights he can pick and the fights he has to pass up. And he just doesn't understand that. And if he doesn't understand that, then more concussions are coming, more grief is coming, more pain is coming, and more suffering for all of us. So that's his problem. That's his main problem. Once he stops doing the stupid shit, he'll be fine. But if he doesn't, he'll be retired very shortly. Humble legend, thank you for the love on the super chat, sir. I honestly believe Tua's insistence on trying to run people over comes from a deep down desire to prove to his dad how tough he is, whether he's aware of it or not. You could be right. Psychologically, I can't answer that question and get in his head. All I know is, kid, you're being stupid. That's all I know. I'm going to be brutally honest. What the hell are you doing, Tua? What the hell are you doing? Okay? Ray Martinez, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Cash App or Venmo, you are amazing. Again, and he made an Ethereum donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that immensely. Oh, no, a Bitcoin donation. I'm sorry. You made a Bitcoin donation, not an Ethereum donation. There you go. Thank you, sir, for the Bitcoin donation. He says, safe travels. Go Fins. Thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. Ocala Joe makes a Bitcoin donation on Cash App. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You and Ray, thank you. Those are my favorite donations, Bitcoin donations. For I am paying off McDumbass and hiring Vrabel. Oh, yeah, Vrabel would be good. I don't know how Vrabel is not in the NFL right now. I really don't get that one. But hey, man, whatever. Eventually he'll be back in. Somebody will get him back in here. I get that feeling, as they say. Let's see here. Shane Pupo. Thank you for the love on Venmo. Appreciate your therapy sessions, Big O. If the Dolphins lose on Sunday, do you believe they will start Huntley the following week? Also, let's say Skyler runs the table here and goes 4-0. Do you allow Tua to regain the starting position if cleared? Your thoughts? Well, Shane, now that you brought something up, and thank you for the love on Venmo. Very appreciated. Sean and I appreciate you for that. Let me answer that. Let's do this. Give me a 2-minute break here. Let me rest the voice. I'm going to come back and tell you. I'm going to talk about Skyler. I'm going to answer that question about Skyler and Tua. And oh, by the way, on the Huntley thing, you got to listen to the show yesterday. I already talked about what I think Huntley is. He's not a starter here. He's something else, but you got to go look at it. It's there. But I am going to answer when I come back. Are you doing a segment on the Snoop Huntley one from yesterday? You're eventually going to do something? Because people want to know. They should probably figure out what he really is. So let's see if we can do that one. It's from yesterday. You remember where it's at. But we'll do that one. You want me to redo it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but people are interested because I'm getting it on DM and all kinds of stuff on Huntley. And I think people are kind of misreading what he is and what I think he might be. But I am going to talk about Snoop Huntley and Skyler because Snoop will affect Skyler, but I'll explain that. But Skyler, this is actually pretty cool. We'll come back with hour number 2 right here from Hialeah Park next. So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but CuttersEdgePro.com does some amazing stuff, and there are the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The 2 dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. Gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other, and then they bite each other, and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. CuttersEdgePro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. And I'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in the corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. So you can get some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Hour number 2 of the program, the great Sean Stanley mastering the show as always. Appreciate you all out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. True Fin fan, thank you for the love in the super chat. Tua thinks he's Big Ben or Allen. Slide! Hone. Yes. I agree. Slide, brother. Slide. Please slide so you can live to play and not put your family through hell. That's what would be nice, my brother. That's what would be nice. Don't put your family through hell. And as always, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. By the way, a couple things. First of all, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. We love talking about Alan Blanco and the great people at 3A Graphics. If your company, your corporation, your school, group, whatever, you need custom printing and embroidery, shirts or hats or anything you need, uniforms, please call 3A Graphics sports calendar. 3A Graphics, they can help you and help your company with custom printing and embroidery. Let's get to our sports calendar tonight. Atlanta is hosting InterMiami. Atlanta's plus 135 on the money line. InterMiami's plus 150. Draw is plus 285. Saturday, 7 o'clock, will visit South Florida. They're favored by 16.5. The over and under is 65. Sunday at 4 o'clock, the Miami Dolphins will visit the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks are now favored by 4.5. It's gone from 6.5 to 5 to 4.5 now. The over and under is 41.5. Miami is plus 164 on the money line. Seattle's minus 198. We will get you ready. Starting off, it's at 1:30 your time. Okay, 1:30 your time to 3:30. 1:30 to 3:30 your time. We'll get you ready. By the way, Thursday, the Fever and the Mystics in the WNBA. That'll be the final regular season game for the Fever as they get into the playoffs. Woj! Adrian Wojnarowski has decided to retire, and he will become the general manager of the men's basketball team or program at Bonaventure, his alma mater. So Woj has retired from breaking NBA news. No more Woj bombs. Also, the WNBA is set to add a 16th team in the 27 or 28 season, and that'll go to Portland. Also, veteran running back Kareem Hunt has signed with the Chiefs after the Pacheco injury. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Interesting stuff, too, with Woj, because, and I'll get to the Dolphin stuff in a second here, but the Woj stuff, when you do what you love, it's pretty cool, because I've been blessed to do it for 34 years. But even whatever you do, even whatever it is that you do you love, you're going to get to a point that you're going to get tired, and you're going to want to do something different, and it doesn't matter what the money is. And I'm sure he's made enough money already. You know, he's making $7 million a year. So obviously he's been making bank for a while. He should have money. He should be set up. If he's smart enough, he should never have to work again in his life. But hey, he is going to go and get another job. But he obviously wants to get away from this craziness. And it doesn't matter who you are and what. Now, there are people that love what they do and they can do it forever. But then there are people that love what they do, but then they get to a point where they say, you know, I've done this enough. I got to do something else. And sometimes they want to go to another career, and they want to retire or whatever it is, you know, and it's, man, we're all different, you know? And so God bless him. He gets to go out on his terms. He gets to go do something else that he's passionate about, his former school. And hopefully that goes well for him. You know what I'm saying? But obviously he did a phenomenal job as a basketball insider. And now it'll be Shams or Chris Haynes or something that will get that opportunity. I would imagine it would be Shams. That would be my guess that that's who ESPN is going to go after. But we shall see, right? We shall see. Shams just left. What was it, Stadium or something? Yeah, his contract's up, so timing is everything, you know?
And maybe it all just worked out that way, too, because Woj knew.
Who knows if Woj didn't tell him?
Yeah. I have a feeling that something was worked out because it just, the timing is just impeccable.
Yeah. Yeah, and again,
Woj is going to go to his alma mater. It all just worked out perfectly.
And Shams has earned this, too. Yeah. So good for him, bro. You know? It's a great story. But for those people that think, oh, how can you walk away from it? Man, that's a stressful job. It's a pain in the ass. You got to be on top of it. You know, when I first started years ago going on traveling, I started doing a lot of that stuff. And one of the drafts at QAM years ago, I don't know if anybody remembers, but I was actually breaking some stories for other teams during the draft. And that's because I was starting to get dialed in with a lot of the agents. And but then I noticed it was like, man, you have no life. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm going to stick with just Miami stuff because I don't feel like following everything else. So I can't imagine doing it all the time, every day, and you never get to rest, and you're always on the phone, and you never have private time because they can bother you at any time, and you have to answer the phone. You have to answer the phone. So it's a hell of a job. And so I understand if he wants to walk away from it. I understand anybody, whatever you want to do, man. God bless you. You know what I mean? You've paid your dues. Do whatever you want, whatever's next. That's the way it should be. Let's see. With our current O-line, Skyler better get rid of the ball fast or run, yeah? In my dream world, the Ravens stink it up to where Harbaugh wants to leave for a change of pace. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. I just see changes coming by the end of the season. It sucks. I hope not. I hope everything is figured out because I really don't want to see changes because more changes just sets everything back and more, it's just a mess. McDermott just showed what coaching is Thursday. Down his best 3 players on defense and 2 starting safeties and beat the brakes off the Fins offense. I know. He owns them. And that's why with McDaniel, I've lost a lot of respect for him as a head coach. I don't think he is fit for it, unfortunately. Let's see. Big O, I turned 58 yesterday. Nice. As often for my birthday, I either have to deal with a hurricane or a huge Dolphins disappointment. I'm kind of done with McD. Jafard, well, I'm with you, brother. I'm at a point now where I'm done with McD, and I'll be turning 58 in a couple of weeks, October 1st. So I'll be joining you, my man, in the 58 club. McDaniel needs to lay off the big O bong. Man, I think if he had the big O bong, he might perform better. Because he's kind of performing pretty poorly at this point. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Alarmo? And if you know Alarmo, you know Sloman's. And Sloman's Home Security. Oh, baby. Right now, we've got free for you. A free home security system and free professional installation. Don't you like free? I love free. When you use our low-cost central station monitoring, the free system includes the panel, the keyboard, 10-door contacts, window decals, lawn sign, professional installation, lifetime service, communication device, and backup battery. And, of course, Sloman's Home Security offers top-of-the-line home security systems that are designed to detect intruders, alert the authorities, and give you real-time updates to your smartphone. With their state-of-the-art central station monitoring center, you will have 24/7 protection from any threat. And trust me, we've had it for a couple of years, and they are on top of it, dude. On top of it. So protect your family, your valuables. 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. We're in 14 different states, so check it out. Schedule your free installation and start sleeping better tonight. 1-800-ALARM-ME. Big O, I would still prefer Alarmo on our starting O-line. He would protect much better. He probably would. Probably would. Big O, I hope in 2050 we can talk NFL of our last Super Bowl win and to repeat. That would be nice. That would be nice. Hell, I would like to just get to 2050. Damn. That's 25 years from now, dude. That's a lot to ask. I hope so. I hope so, man. That puts me in my 80s. That would be nice. Would be really nice. Who are your top picks for next year? I'm not even thinking about that right now, bro. I'm not even going to get into that at all because I'm just going to look, I may be, off the McDaniel bandwagon, but I'm going to hold out the hope that I'm going to be proven wrong here. So I just can't, in week 3, I can't start talking draft and start talking GMs and all that because I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping I'm not talking GMs. I'm hoping that, they figure shit out. I hope that McDaniel proves my ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? I hope maybe Tua comes back and starts to play with his head instead of with his ass. You know what I'm saying? So there's hope for me to be proven wrong. I'm not going to get ahead of myself when I don't have to at this point in time. So I am going to stay in the game and stay in the season. It's week 3. I might be having a really enjoyable post-game show in Seattle because they pulled out a victory out of their ass, and maybe this is McDaniel's watershed moment. This is the moment that he becomes a real head coach. I don't know. He's a young guy. He's got to figure shit out. He hasn't figured it out yet. But again, I'm not always right. There's going to be times that I'm going to be wrong. And this is one of them that I pray that I'm wrong. So I am not going to turn the page on the entire season that way. Unless you told me we were tanking, then we can start to do it. But they're not going to tank, and I didn't expect them to tank. I didn't really expect Brady either. I kind of expected this craziness. So we've got to live it. Let's live it. Let's talk about it. Let's cover it. And then we will get to that. But I'm not going to start doing that kind of stuff right now. Humble Legend says, I'm 46 and live in North Carolina. The Carolina Panthers have been to the Super Bowl twice in my lifetime, and I never jumped ship. It's amazing. Greg says, no one is quitting on the team, but we got a lot to figure out. Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Big O, the good die young, so we both should be around for a while. Cy Love All. Thank you for the love on the super chat. He says Skyler will go 4-0 because the media told me anyone can run this offense. That is true. That we do have people in the media that say, McDaniel can coach anybody. Yeah, just put anybody in there. Let's see. Can P. Diddy buy Bitcoin with all the Johnson products? Yeah, I know. They found like 1,000 bottles of oil. You saw that? He must have had a lot of oil sessions with the stories that are coming out of all of this is just disgusting. I'd give him 20 years alone for the Cassie video. Just the Cassie video, you get 20. I mean, any man that treats a woman like that, dude, you know what I'm saying? I've got like, I want to get you in a room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you treat a woman like that, you're a dirtbag. You're beyond scum. So I give him 20 years alone for the Cassie video. That's all, just for that. Because, a man that hits a woman, that's just disgusting. Big O, with this offensive line and defensive lines, this team can't win. Dan Marino will get killed, can't stop the run. Well, it's only been 2 games, so they can't stop the run. You're right. I'm not ready to say that this is the final product on defense. It's a new defensive coordinator with new players, so I have to give the man a little time to figure stuff out. So I have to be fair to Weaver. Not happy, but I have to be fair. And then with the offense, I know it's not a great offensive line, but I still think they're mismanaged by the coaching staff. And so I think the players look worse because of the way the coach runs the offense. So I think it's not a Marino thing. I think things could be better if they were run better. That's all. Defense, I'm not ready yet. Weaver's only been here for 2 games, dude. I just can't give the man, I can't pick on the man yet until I see more of a body of work. Has it been good so far, especially stopping the run? No, it has not. It has not. Okay, but I don't feel it's fair to judge Anthony Weaver yet. I just don't. But that's me. You guys can do whatever you want. Arnaldo says, Big O, I'm a huge Tua fan, but man, he has to stop this nonsense. Part of being a great player is knowing who you are. It's a shame that such an elite passer can't figure that out. Yeah, because he wants to be Superman, and he has to understand that, like I said yesterday, he doesn't have a cape. He has a napkin. Okay? Marino wasn't Superman. Neither was Breeze. And many of the other quarterbacks in the past. And they have to understand that they can only be heroes with their arms. And that's it. That's who they are. Use your head, use your eyes, use your arm, and it's over. That's it. Buy yourself a little time back there if you have to, if you can. But if not, get rid of the ball. That's who you are. That's all you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But somehow or another, Tua has a problem with that. Steven says, I'm hearing from ESPN that many believe that Miami should try to acquire Matthew Stafford. Who said that the Rams are trading him? By who?
Daniels on ESPN for one of the shows. I forgot his first name.
Oh, so it's just a talking head talking shit
about a trade with the Panthers, Dolphins, and Rams, sending Bryce Young to the Rams.
Oh, okay. That's
picks to Carolina, and then the Dolphins get Stafford.
Yeah, okay. That's it's not going to happen. All right, but it's nice bullshit to talk about. Let's see. It's a good waste of time. My plan is Skyler hands Tua the play. Well, here you go. You asked me about Skyler. I forgot that. Skyler Thompson so far has proven to me that he's not even good enough to be a backup. Okay? So this is a beautiful opportunity for Skyler Thompson. Prove to guys like me that he can actually be a backup in this league. And you know what? This is his chance to prove he can be a starter. Will Skyler Thompson ever get a better opportunity to prove that he's a starter again? No. Do you know why? When will Skyler Thompson be on another offense, in the same offense for 3 years, and then be handed the keys to the kingdom for an entire month? It'll never happen again, right? But guess what's happened now to Skyler Thompson? And he had a year of marinating, watching Tua all last year. The year before, he got to play. Now, he got a little playing time last week, so he can get the feel for game situations and game speed, right? This is Skyler Thompson's biggest opportunity of his entire life. That's what this is. Now, do I think he's going to, get it done? No, I don't. But hey, man, again, what, am I always right or something? No, hell no. So, and a lot of you don't believe in Skyler Thompson. Well, he's got an opportunity to prove a whole bunch of people wrong. But you will never be ready as a backup quarterback for an opportunity than you are like he is. Because usually these backup quarterbacks just got there. It's their first year, or whatever. Or they were there from last year, but there's a new coach and a new system, and then now they're getting their shot, and they're a new added also. This guy's now in his third year in the same system with a lot of the same players. Do you know what kind of an opportunity this is for Skyler Thompson? Oh, my God. This is a Halle Berry opportunity. This is as beautiful as it gets. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity, right? That face, that body, woo! Man, she's hot. That's what this situation is for Skyler Thompson. As sexy and hot as it can be. Your quarterback is gone for 4 weeks. It's not like it's an ankle injury and he's week to week and you never know and you could get no. This is your team and they got nowhere to go. Tim Boyle sucks ass. And the Snoop kid can't play in this offense. So he's got zero competition. Now, I'll tell you this. Skyler's got about a week to get his playing time altered. Remember what I told you about Snoop Huntley yesterday, right? He's not here to compete. He's here to be the Wildcat guy. Because deep down inside, they won't tell you this. They'll tell you, oh, no, we're all for Skyler. Hey, we know Skyler is limited. Why don't we try to see if we get the Snoop Huntley kid and do a little Wildcat stuff on the side, and we can offset some of it. But this week, you won't see any Snoop. Although, McDaniel's been known to put people out there on offense in key moments that has no experience in their offense. So, who knows? No, but seriously, I would imagine that Huntley has no shot now. But if Skyler struggles this week and they feel like they need to ignite the offense a little bit, they're going to bring Snoop off the bench the following week as a Wildcat guy. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee you that. That'll be that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This week, you're not going to see Snoop. They're going to try to keep, they're going to give Thompson the opportunity. But if he looks bad, I could see them already implementing Snoop and not replacing because he can't play in this offense, but doing some Wildcat stuff to help out. That's what I can see. So Skyler has the opportunity of a lifetime. He has an opportunity to prove that he can be a backup quarterback in this league to the Dolphins and the rest of the league. He has an opportunity to prove that he's even better than that he's a starter. But it's not going to be very long because they brought Snoop in for a reason. So if he can't get it done, then I can see Snoop sharing some time and doing some Wildcat stuff the following week. So let's see what happens with Skyler Thompson. And as for if he kicks ass and then you don't give it to Tua, Come on, man. That ain't going to happen. Okay? I mean, the only way Skyler keeps the job is if they go 4-0 and he, throws 12 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And they're like, yeah, Tua, right now we're on a roll. We got to stay with this, and this gives you time to really recover and all. Yeah, but do I expect him to throw 12 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and go 4-0? No, I don't. So, it's fun to talk about something like that, but it's silly talk because Skyler hasn't proven that at all. But hey, he will never, ever, 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 ever in the NFL get a better opportunity to prove himself with 2.5 years of experience in the same offense. Not even 2.5, but 2+. And now you get a month window of getting it done. If he doesn't get this done, then it's over. By the way, Robert Jones with the shoulder, Jeff Wilson with the oblique, Malik Washington with the quad, all were practicing. Armstead and Mostert, no word yet if they're going to be available for Sunday against the Seahawks. Okay? So some of the practice notes as Tua was placed on the IR. By the way, Tua placed on the IR also tells us that it shows. Remember how I told you yesterday, they couldn't do anything without waiting for Tua. So clearly they heard from Tua and the doctors, and then they all collaborated and okay, well then the best thing is to put him on the IR. Because if it's, we think he could recover in 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, well then you don't know what's going to happen. And it could drag on. So let's lock it in for 4 and let's be safe and give him time. And that's kind of what they decided. But the optics are they have no choice. And they have to follow exactly what Tua and the doctors want to do. Clearly, doctors are going to clear him because if they've got him on the IR, then they're expecting him to come back. He's expecting to come back. And the Dolphins can't do anything in this matter. They're stuck right here. They have to hope that he figures it out and plays well, and he doesn't suffer another concussion again, or they've got to go out there and put him out there and then just wait till it happens again for their opportunity to get out of this contract or the responsibility of it. Either way, okay, he's eligible to return October 27th. It's a home game against Arizona. But one thing is for sure, you're drafting a quarterback next year. You might draft offensive linemen, but you're drafting a quarterback next year. There's no doubt about that. Because he's proven to you already that he refuses to take care of himself. And that's a scary thought. An injury-prone player refuses to take care of himself. Where does that make any sense whatsoever? Please explain that one to me. Right? That's the one that I can't understand, to be quite honest. By the way, Acura Pembroke Pines, a proud sponsor of our program. Larry Schlossberg, Pat Nasto, Tony Stampone, the amazing people there at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines, proud sponsor of our show for like 14 years now, man. They're the number 1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. They're constantly working it, man. And I've been telling you about them for a long time, and that's because I've driven Acuras, my wife, my daughter, our entire family. I would never tell you to buy or lease anything that I wouldn't do myself. And right now, folks, you can get electrified. The ZDX is in. Lease right now for $479 a month. They've got 0.9% financing for 72 months. 0.9% financing for 72 months. That's awesome. And you got to go check out the vehicle. It is great. Great pickup, too, on top of all of that. The RDX right now, 2024, you can get it for $379, 3.9% financing for 60 months. And the 2025 Integra, it is in and it is ready for delivery. Right now, you can get it 3.9% financing for 60 months. Go check out the entire line. Go check out the certified pre-owned vehicles. They've got a large lot of cars there, so you can drive around and pick the car you want, the color you want, the style you want, the model you want, but more importantly, the price you want at Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. That thing. All right. What else do we have to talk about on the show? Panthers Media Day today. It's good to have them back. You know what? Before I get to another Dolphins topic that I wanted to talk about, wait a minute. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. Yeah. By the way, Bitcoin a little dip now, 59,975. So it snuck just under 60 now. So it was going up and then a little down, and typical of these kind of things sometimes. But it's good. It's as long as it hangs around there, it gives you time to accumulate, which is a beautiful thing. And that's the one thing that it's been giving us time to accumulate and build, and hopefully build some wealth. Let's get to birthdays. Let's start off with musicians born on this day. We got some music news, some big music news that was depressing today. Like it was like a stab in my heart. Almost as bad as the Tua stab. Put it that way. I got to tell you, this Tua stuff has got me effed up, bro. Ricky Bell, American singer with New Edition, born on this date in 1967. He was also with Belle Biv DeVoe. Now you know. Let's see. Who else? Michael Heaton, drummer from the English alternative band Embrace, born on this date in 1966. Joanne Cathrall, singer with the Human League. She's the dark-haired one. Born in this date in 1962. Martin Beadle, drummer with the English band The Cutting Crew. And I got to tell you, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight is a freaking annoying song. I know it's a major hit, but I got to tell you, I hear that song and I immediately change the channel. I cannot listen to The Cutting Crew and I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. Oh my God, I am so tired of that song. Never liked it. Dee Dee Ramone, from bassist of the Ramones. Douglas Colvin, born on this date in 1952. We lost him in 2002 of a drug overdose, unfortunately. Let's see who else. Oh, Michael Hossack, drummer for the Doobie Brothers, was born in 1950 on this date. And Frankie Avalon, the great Frankie Avalon, was born on this date in 1939. And those are musicians born on this date. All right, let's go with other famous folk born on September 18th. And we start off with Jada Pinkett Smith. That diabolical one. She is 53 years old. James Marsden, actor, is 51 years old. Soccer star Christian Pulisic is 26 years old. Also celebrating birthdays, Jason Sudeikis, actor, is 49 years old. Angela Simmons, I know who she is, reality star. I don't know too many reality stars, but I know that one. She is 37. Ronaldo, futbolista, he is 48. Bundle is life. Let's see. Who else? James Gandolfini was born in this state in 61. Unfortunately, we lost him in 2013. Patrick Schwarzenegger, the son, the model. He is 31 years old. And Aisha Taylor, TV actress, is 54. All-around scumbag and cyclist Lance Armstrong is 53 years old. And those are famous folk celebrating birthdays today. Sean, any wrestlers?
Not a damn single person celebrating a birthday today.
Really?
So if you're training now and you're born today, you'll be the first. Congratulations. Those are your birthdays for September 18th, 2024.
I got to think somebody is famous. Some wrestler was born in this day, dude. Somebody, bro. That's
none of my trusted sources have it.
That's weird, man, right? It's odd. It's really odd. Let's go with music history on this date. September 18th in 1970, Jimi Hendrix died in London. He was 27. There were various theories as how he died, but the coroner determined it was inhalation of vomit due to barbiturate intoxication. Don't take your barbiturates. Try to stay away from them. In 83, Kiss appeared for the first time without their makeup during an interview on MTV where they promoted their latest album, Lick It Up. That was the biggest thing, dude. That was like, that was, everybody was talking about it. Dude, are you going to watch MTV today? Kiss is going to come on and they're going to be without makeup and all that kind of stuff. And, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was one of those deals. And Lick It Up is actually a pretty good album. It's kind of an underrated album. In 2000, Papa Roach released her breakthrough single, Last Resort, which would go on to top the modern rock charts. Papa Roach, when I listen to them, they're pretty good. When you go see them live, they're even better, actually. I didn't get to see their full set because I had to go to another stage when I was at Rockville a few years back. But the few songs that I saw, they were entertaining, bro. They were entertaining. I give Papa Roach some love because I ended up becoming a little bit more of a fan of theirs watching them live. I didn't know too much about them. And then when I saw them live, I was like, man, these guys are pretty cool. In 71, The Who scored their first and only #1 album in the UK with Who's Next, the band's 6th studio album. In 2008, It Might Get Loud premiered at the Toronto Film Festival. The documentary featured Jimmy Page, Jack White, and The Edge telling stories, talking about the guitar and jamming with each other. And that is what happened today in music history. Sting, by the way, is touring. He's got a new trio. Dominic Miller on drums and guitarist Dominic Miller, and Chris Maz, the drummer, is joining him. And so they are performing in all kinds of places: Philadelphia, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Toronto. You can go check out the dates. They've got the dates out there if you're a Sting guy or Police. And I do have the set list for you from the first show in Detroit on last night, September 17th. Message in a Bottle, If I Ever Lose My Faith in You, Englishman in New York, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, Fields of Gold, Never Coming Home, Mad About You, Why Should I Cry for You, All This Time, Driven to Tears, Can't Stand Losing You, I Wrote Your Name, Shape of My Heart, Walking on the Moon. I love that. I love Walking on the Moon. God, that is such a good song. So Lonely, Desert Rose, King of Pain, Every Breath You Take, and then the encore, Roxanne and Fragile. It's a pretty good set list. It's got some good Police songs and some of his good solo stuff too. So not a bad set list. If you've never seen Sting, that is that's a pretty good concert for somebody that has never experienced it. Okay? So just in case if you want to go to the Sting concert, you can check it out. Now, there was this controversy. This is the one, oh, by the way, I'm sorry. J.D. Souther also passed away at the age of 78. A lot of you may not know who he is, but he did a lot of the writing with the Eagles. He did some of the music he wrote for Linda Ronstadt also. But he, in the Desperado album, some of the early stuff, JD was a big part of some of that stuff and helping the Eagles write music. And JD was a guy that sung himself and all that, but he was a musical genius, dude. And so passed away at the age of 78. So thoughts and prayers to the Southern family and all the people that he touched, because obviously he's so big in music. And it's like Paul Williams. You know him more for Little Enos in Smokey and the Bandit, right? And Love American Style. And I'm losing a lot of young people in that. Older people know what the hell I'm talking about. But like Paul Williams is never really appreciated for the musical genius that he was and all the hits and music that he wrote for so many other people. You know what I'm saying? And theme songs and all kinds of stuff that he wrote for TV and movies and stuff. I mean, just a genius and a guy that's probably looked at like a goof, you know? And now JD is not looked at as a goof like Paul, because Paul did a lot of comedic stuff. But JD is a guy that kind of goes under the radar in music history that is not really, unless you're an aficionado, you probably don't know who JD Southern is. So just want to mention him. Anyway, what do we have here? I want to mention one more thing that is absolutely like heartbreaking. So Morrissey came out recently and talked about how that fans wanted to see the Smiths get back together again, which I am one of them. I would love to see the Smiths come back together again. But unfortunately, Morrissey said that Johnny Marr was the guy that stopped it from happening. And so a lot of us over the years have thought that it was, and I think it was Morrissey more often than not that didn't want anything to do with it. I've seen Morrissey several times as a solo artist. I love his catalog. His catalog is already good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. The Smiths are like first ballot Hall of Famers. Like, I don't even know why they're not even there already as it is. I don't think that, can you look it up? I believe the Smiths are not in the Hall of Fame, which is like just ignorant shit. But anyways, whatever. And so a lot of us that are Smiths fans, and we never got to see him, I never got to see him, I would give anything to see them come back and go to, and I'll fly anywhere to go see the Smiths. I will do whatever it takes to see the Smiths live. Let's just put it that way. Okay? And it won't be once. I will try to see them multiple times if they would ever tour. So a lot of us thought it was Morrissey, because Morrissey was mostly against it for most of the time because him and Johnny Marr do not get along. But recently, Morrissey put out a statement that, hey, don't blame me. Johnny Marr's the one that shot it down. So they had an issue with the Smiths royalty, the property, the ownership of the brand, right? So Johnny Marr, as management, released a statement yesterday. And it said, recent statements made by Morrissey on his website regarding the trademark of the Smiths are incorrect. Here are the facts. In 2018, following an attempt by a third party to use the Smiths name, and upon discovery that the trademark was not owned by the band, Marr reached out to Morrissey via his representatives to work together in protecting the Smiths name. A failure to respond led Marr to register the trademark himself. It was subsequently agreed with Morrissey's lawyers that the trademark was held for mutual benefit for Morrissey and Marr. As a gesture of goodwill in January of 24, Marr signed an assignment of joint ownership to Morrissey. Execution of this document still requires Morrissey to sign. In the interest of accuracy and clarity regarding the trademark, and to answer recent reports that Marr ignored a promoter's offer to tour as the Smiths, Marr says, to prevent third parties from profiting from the band's name, it was left to me to protect the legacy. That I've done on behalf of both myself and my former bandmates. As for the offer to tour, I did not ignore the offer. I said no. Additionally, speculation about Johnny Marr touring with a different singer as the Smiths is not true. There are no such plans. Johnny Marr also confirms that he declined a suggestion from another greatest hits compilation from Warner Music Group, given the number already in existence. So he also didn't go for any money grabs. But to know as a Smiths fan that it's dead, it's dead, because we all hold out hope. We're like that child that holds out hope that their mom and dad will reconcile and get back together and not divorce, right? This divorce is final, dude. Want to know something funny? Saturday in Seattle, I'm going to go see Crowded House. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm not done. I had a choice on Saturday night. Crowded House or Johnny Marr? Oh, no. If it was Morrissey, I would have gone to Morrissey over Crowded House. You saw me go to Morrissey 3 straight nights at Caesars. I think you could tell I'm a Morrissey fan. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I love Crowded House, but I love the Smiths and Morrissey more than Crowded House. But I love Johnny Marr, and I've seen him a few times, but he's not the singer. He's the guy that plays the music, and he does a great job singing the Smith songs himself. But I chose Crowded House over Johnny Marr on Saturday night. So, yeah, I could have gone to see Johnny Marr on Saturday in Seattle. He's going to be there, actually. But I haven't seen Crowded House enough in my lifetime. So I need to see Finn and the boys as much as I can. Plus, I know he mixes it up. So I saw him with Pat in Nashville. I don't know, what was it, Pat, like a year ago or something? And so I want to see if he plays, which I'm sure he'll play different songs from that concert. So I'm looking forward to that. So I chose Crowded House over Johnny Marr on Saturday in Seattle. Interesting. You got something there?
I was say they were nominated but not inducted.
Oh, the Smiths. Yeah, I don't know how the Smiths are not inducted into the.
So the year was 2014 was the first year they were on there. The list of nominees that didn't get in that year.
Right.
9 Inch Nails, NWA, Sting, Kraftwerk, the Marvelettes,
Kraftwerk,
the Spinners, and Chic.
Oh, Chic, yes.
Chic.
And, yeah. It's really
and the Spinners have been passed over 9 times.
I just go through the Spinners catalog. How do you pass up the Spinners? Ridiculous. We screw people over, and you know what? You know what's the worst part? We could have put in the Spinners years ago when we started this shit, when they're alive. I don't even know what's left of the Spinners at this point. That's what the other thing I hate. People that belong in the Hall of Fame, we wait too long, and then they're dying, dude. Or they're too old already, and they don't even really get to appreciate the honor. And like, what are we doing? What are we waiting for? The Spinners. Like, really? You're not going to put the Spinners in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You're going to put T-Rex, but you're not going to put the Spinners. You're going to put Donovan, but not the Spinners. You're going to put, what's the name of this chick that just went in with one song because not Perfect Strangers, or what's that called? Perfect, or what's it, that show that Stranger Things. Bush. That chick doesn't deserve to buy an entrance into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, much less induct her into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for one song. I mean, just don't get me started. And then we shit on the Spinners. Are you kidding me? Like, do you know music? Who are you people that are voting on this stuff? Kate Bush over the Spinners. Are you out of your mind? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm a little passionate about music. Big O, how do you hold up at Rockville being old and all? I don't know, bro. Water? I don't know. I'm not a pussy. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I've been going to rock festivals since I was a kid. It's again, I love music, and I'm used to heat and humidity. I've lived in Florida my entire life. I don't know. Wow, no synchronicity too. Brett, he's not going to do the whole, he's not going to do all Police. He's going to do a lot of his solo stuff. So it leaves out a lot of Police songs. Yeah. I'm with you, Big O. Mike McDaniel sucks. Let's see. I probably won't be able to acquire it. Been trying to figure out how to put aside from putting my address and phone number here in the chat. Huh? Oh, that's something between you guys. Well, why don't you two meet up on Facebook a chat? That way you're away from everybody and you're on your own in the chat. Usually you guys can find each other really easy on Facebook or on Twitter, and you can DM each other, bro. Okay. Big O, did Paul Williams write Phantom of the Paradise? I would have to look it up. I'm not exactly sure. I know he wrote the Love Boat theme. I don't know, man. He wrote so many. Yeah, look it up for me. Paul Williams, his resume is stupidly ridiculous. Like and you know what? A lot of people that grew up with us in our age, they probably some of them don't even realize the genius of Paul Williams. They think he's a joke. They think like not a joke like a human being, but like, oh yeah, that guy's funny. He did this or that or whatever. And because he was on Roland Martin's Laughing, or he was on Love American Style, or that's Smokey and the Bandit. He did a lot of that kind of stuff. And so he did a lot of funny stuff. And that's kind of the way and Paul had a face for comedy, really, in a way. And then you go look at his resume and you're like, holy shit, dude. Like, really? Like, this is genius. What? He did write the score?
Yeah, it was written and directed by Brian De Palma and scored by and starring Paul Williams.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. What else did he do? Who else did he write for? Does it say it there? Just give me I know all this. I've gone through this, but I don't want to say the wrong ones. But the names are just ridiculous. Ridiculous, the people that he worked with. And it's like, definitely a Hall of Famer. Yes.
All right. So he did Bugsy Malone, Rainbow Connection from the Muppet movie, something from the Star is Born.
Oh, the Star is Born. Yeah, the theme from the Star is Born
Evergreen
with Evergreen. Yeah, with Barbara Streisand and yeah, of course.
The Love Boat.
The Love Boat theme. I know. Yes. And who are the
Smokey and the Bandit? You said.
Yeah. But who are the acts he worked with and wrote songs for?
Oh, let me see songwriting here. Songbook.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to freak you out.
Three Dog Night. I don't know who someone, so I'm just going to name them as they
go.
Go ahead. Jackie DeShannon, Dobie Gray, Barbara Streisand, Sergio Mendez, Chris Christopherson, the Four King Cousins, Heaven Bound with Tony Scotti.
Okay.
More Chris Christopherson, Rita Coolidge, Claudine Longnette, Carpenters, The Neighborhood, Anne Murray, The Montanas, George Benson, The Match, First Edition, Gladys Knight and the Pimps, Jim Henson.
Oh, that's the Muppets.
The Muppet, yeah, I just read that. Carpenters, Five Americans, Chase, The Monkees, Anne Murray. I think I said that one already.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's just
Sandpipers.
The list is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Paul Williams. Paul Williams is he's a monster, bro. Genius. Pure genius. Big O, I did appreciate the genius who is Paul Williams. So those of us that know it, we should. Jay Gelfin says, most of Paul Williams' live performances were on the midnight special. Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm Wolfman Jack, and you're watching the midnight special. And right now we got Paul Williams. He's going to jam for you. Sam I Am says Vegas probably already spent the money. People bet on Miami to win over 9.5 games, and the money bet on them to win the Lombardi. Yeah, I think they spent that money. Yeah, you are correct, sir. Jay Guest says it was an honor being inducted into the Legends of Vinyl DJs Hall of Fame back in 2016. Congratulations, sir. I know you did your DJ thing and dominated. Big O, what's your favorite Morrissey song? November Spawned a Monster. Okay? That's my favorite Morrissey song. November Spawned a Monster. Love that. I believe that's from Van Huxel and I want to say. It's like from the second album or third album, right? Something like that. But yeah, love that song. The way it changes, fantastic. And Alan White, I know we talk about Johnny Marr, but Alan White was for many years with Morrissey and wrote a lot of the stuff that Morrissey has done in solo. Give Alan White some love, by the way. When you talk about Morrissey's solo career, and Alan White is no longer with him, by the way. The last time I saw Morrissey, it was a whole new band. I was like, wow, no Alan White. It was the first time in a long time that I see Morrissey live without Alan White there at guitar. And I was like, wow, that's a loss, because that guy, it got to, I don't know, this is just me. I don't know. But for those of us that go to the concerts and we appreciate and love Morrissey's music, we were gravitating, like he would mention the band, and when he would mention Alan White, there was a lot of love from us. And I don't know, was Morrissey a little jealous that people were giving love to Alan White or something? That's why he's not there no more. I don't know. I don't know. And maybe this last album that didn't get Bonfire of the Vanities, that didn't get released. I don't know if this, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. But I do remember, serious love for Alan White in those shows, And I always wonder about that, because it's like, it's really all about Morrissey. But those of us that kind of like, hey, yeah, we love you, but hey, by the way, we got to appreciate what that guy brings to the table, because he can play. So anyway, Big O, Sunday, November 10th, Pompano Beach Amphitheater, Blackberry Smoke. If I'm in town, which I will be there, I like Blackberry Smoke, and that's a good place to go see them. That's a good one. That's new Southern rock. That is some of the good new Southern rock right there. I like Blackberry Smoke. Shout out to El Conejo Ronaldo on his birthday. We mentioned them today. It's from your Arsenal. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. If is that the second or third album? Because it's like early in his career, November Spawned a Monster, I want to say. Because I know it's not the first one with Suede Head and Ouija board and all that other stuff in there. It's definitely not from that album. I want to say it's the second or third album. And if that one is from your Arsenal, I don't know. That should be second or third. Let's see. I like his last album, very underrated. So do I. I love Morrissey's music. I think his catalog is absolutely outstanding, dude. Outstanding. There's so many great songs in his catalog. I'm not the guy that, they broke up and, well, I'm kind of sour about it. So, whatever. And maybe if I hear a song or two from Morrissey, I'll listen to it, but I'm not really going to get into. If you get into his catalog, like Kiss Me a Lot, go look up that song from Morrissey, Kiss Me a Lot, and tell me that's not the Smiths. Like when you hear that song, it just brings you back to the Smiths right away. Kiss Me a Lot. Please listen to that song. Such a great tune. I think you're onto something with Alan White. I don't know if I'm onto something, but I can only tell you as a fan that has gone to a ton of Morrissey concerts, and I see how we react with Alan White. And there were times that his body language, I'm talking about Morrissey, was kind of like, okay, that's enough. That's enough, that kind of stuff. And you never know if that's kidding or whatever, but it was like, I think at times he would be caught by the reaction of our reaction to Alan White. That's all. I'm just saying. Could be nothing. I could be just full of shit. But so it's the third album. There you go. I knew it was the second or third album. I knew it was early in the career because that song is a song that I can jam at any time. And it is like that. I love going fast with that song. Because there's a moment in that song when it really picks up. It's such a good tune, dude. Oh, man. Phenomenal song. Let's see. Even we in chat and Big O can block better in our O-line this year. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm a pancake blocker here. That's what we do here. We pancake block your ass. Don't forget, you can make a donation.
Love me some pancakes.
Yeah, definitely. My wife makes some great pancakes, dude. And she has the key of making them thick. Aren't they those the best, right? I tell her that all the time. I go, you have figured out the thick pancake, and awesome. Love it. I don't mind the thin ones, but there's something about a thick pancake. She makes it so thick, she just makes me one pancake. So that's it. It's all I need, one pancake, because it's this big and it's this thick. So I'm good, But, yeah, man, she does a great job with the pancakes. Let's see. All right. Don't forget, folks, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. And you can make an Ethereum or Bitcoin donation, like my man Ray and like Ocala Joe made today. They made Bitcoin donations, and thank you all out there. Bitcoin, by the way, is at 60,292. What did the market do? The market dropped 100 points now. So the rates are mentioned, the market drops. S&P's down 16. A lot of people think that the market is going to crash soon after the press conference, after the voting, after the election. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't follow stocks enough to tell you, so I am not smart enough in that sense. I can only tell you that I am convinced. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am convinced that Bitcoin is the one that's going to explode like kingdom come, because it doesn't matter who gets into office. They will all have to print $10 trillion because we're a debt-ridden society. And that's how our economy is ridden. It's driven by debt. And we can't get out of it, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So, just so you'll know, because, sometimes you have some people out there that will tell you, oh, no, we'll get a bunch of Bitcoin and then we'll write a Bitcoin check and we'll, eliminate our deficit. And that's just not really the, accurate. Okay, because anybody that tells you that, by the way, is wrong. Because, like, let me give you like the market price, the market cap of gold, okay, is $17 trillion. Just an example, because I'm a Bitcoin guy, okay? Because, there's one candidate that's telling you, oh, no, we'll write a Bitcoin check down the line and we'll erase our deficit. Gold is $17 trillion. Bitcoin's just over $1 trillion, okay? They eventually think Bitcoin will get to the number of gold and maybe even surpass it, okay? But that's 17. So if it gets to 18 or 20, is that 36 trillion? No, we're approaching 36 trillion. In 4 years, we'll have 46 trillion. Gold is 17. So even if Bitcoin gets to 17, and if it gets to 17 trillion, each coin is going to be worth over $500,750,000, something like that, I believe. Okay. If it gets there, okay, 98% of the coins have been mined. So think about it. It's 17 trillion in gold. If you own all the gold, it's 17 trillion. So if Bitcoin gets to 10 trillion or 17 trillion, you have to own all the Bitcoin to get there. Well, you can't. No country could ever own it. Why? Because 98% of it has been mined, 98.3% or 4. It's like 1.7, 1.6% of it is left to be mined over the next 40 years. Nobody's going to be able to own it. That's why it's for the people. Anybody can mine it. Anybody can own it. Nobody's going to be able to buy them all or keep them all or get them all. They can't. It's impossible. So nobody's going to be able to accumulate that much to eliminate our deficit. So, it's just lies that are spewed, and I just want to make sure that you understand. Okay? And I'm a huge Bitcoin guy, but it ain't gonna erase our deficit. So our deficit is a major problem. Nobody who you vote in is going to be able to solve that problem. Some guy that thinks like me in the sense that he's not happy with either candidate, because I don't like either candidate. He goes, well, I like Tulsi. Maybe Tulsi can run in 2028. And I go, by 2028, we're going to be so screwed that nobody's going to be able to save us. So, hyperinflation will start next year. We've been in a recession for over a year, and they don't even tell you that it's a recession. Because, it is what it is. But, so I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest, and you'll see what happens. Time will answer all. Frankie Fresco is asking the really important question now. What is better, Denny's or IHOP? For waffles, I'm going Denny's. For pancakes, I'm going IHOP. Okay? That's how I'm going to go. I think Denny's does a better Belgian waffle. I like IHOP for the pancakes, but I like Denny's for the waffle. Okay? Now, what's the name of that other place that I really like a lot? Oh, God, now I'm brain farting. It's on 117th and Sunset. It's a breakfast place. No, oh, yes. Was it First Watch? First Watch. That's the best. First Watch. Okay? First Watch, Frankie. If you really want to treat yourself to a kick-ass breakfast, like a real delicious breakfast, First Watch. I mean, they're so good, they close at 2:30 every day. They're so good. They close at 2:30 in the afternoon. All of them close at 2:30 in the afternoon. You either are there for breakfast early, all through up until lunch, or you don't get First Watch. But go, Frankie, if you've never been to First Watch. Oh my God. Woo! I want one of their waffles right now. Now that I'm talking about First Watch, I want a First Watch waffle right now. Oh, so good. Yes, sir.
No, I'd say for me, it's IHOP because it's unlimited pancakes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, but
Especially when they have that special.
But I went to IHOP for
Oh, you
that.
go.
I go to IHOP for pancakes.
So good. So good.
You're not a waffle guy, huh?
No, I'm not a big waffle guy. I'm not really a big pancake guy, honestly.
Oh, okay. I love French
I like
toast.
the
by the way.
eggs, bacon, sausage. Come on, meat and potatoes guy.
The meat and matter. The meat of the matter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Frankie Fresco likes pancakes.
There you go. He's Don Henley. He's trying to get down to the meat of the matter. Let's see. Dang, not liking potential hurricane hitting Florida that's currently in the southern Gulf. Is it really coming our way, Karoon? I'm not sure if it's coming our way. Is it? I certainly don't want any storm coming our way. I got to go check it out. Chat crew, y'all killing me with this food chats. Munchies. Oh, yeah, the big cheese. Oh, God, I had my food the other day was so good, dude. So good. And those garlic rolls. Oh, my God. Man, we'll be there October 8th, broadcasting live at the Big Cheese. Okay? October 8th. Denny's for the burgers. By the way, my wife loves the Denny burgers. So you are correct. The Denny burgers are good. They do a nice job. Can't diss the Denny burger. But he asked about breakfast. Karoon says, yes, I'm a first watch guy myself. Very nice spot. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you go to first watch and you don't like it, I got some issues with you there. Waffle House, Frankie? Really? Waffle House?
You can just reach over and cook your own food on the grill.
Yeah.
I love me some Waffle House. We used to wrestle and go to Waffle House after. Oh, so good.
Yeah, but you're going because it's
so
cheap.
Good. And greasy.
And you're stoned or drunk or
you can't
something.
walk out of there without like grease on you.
Yeah. Waffle House.
So good.
Waffle House is a desperation place. Is it?
It's not like desperation.
I'm going to eat the food because I've been to Waffle House. I'm not going to tell you that I won't eat at
There's
Waffle House.
some cities I've wrestled in where Waffle House was like the town hall.
Right. It's the only thing there.
Yes, they had meetings and stuff there. Everybody's
that's what I'm saying.
They're conducting business.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like
That's not desperation.
Yeah.
That's landmarks in some cities.
That's because you don't have like a better place. So you settle for Waffle House, or you're on the road, tired as hell. You've been driving for hours and there's a Waffle House and it looks great. It's like the stoner, right? It's the dude that just smoked 2 J's and he's sitting there and then he goes to the refrigerator and there's like day old pizza and he bites into it and he goes, damn, this stuff is really good. No, dude, you're just stoned out of your mind. That's kind of what it is at Waffle House. Everybody's so stoned or drunk that they kind of need it just to level themselves off. That's Waffle House. Again, not terrible food, but it's food that you use because you're wasted and you need that raw ass grease to get you leveled off.
It has been pointed out when you talk of desperation. Somebody, speaking of desperation, did pick up a hot dog.
That is it?
At a Dairy Queen.
That's and I will never lie that it was pure desperation. I've even mentioned it. I didn't have many options. There was a Dairy Queen. I go, oh, well, I'll get a hot dog. What the hell? And that's desperation. Dairy Queen hot dogs. That's desperation food, bro. And you pay a price for desperation food. You go to First Watch. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel like, wow, it was a home-cooked meal. That's the difference. You go to Waffle House and, that's your greasy grandmother. Not that your grandmother's greasy, but her cooking is super greasy.
Let me tell you, the best Waffle House I ever ate at was in Christmas, Florida.
Christmas, Florida.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Right outside Orlando, Kissimmee area.
Okay.
Best one. We ate during the holidays, and they even had a real-life Santa sitting outside waiting, saying hi to the kids.
So that's strong there. That's
Yes.
a strong. That's.
And I'm telling you, they stuck with the theme of the city.
Okay. I like it. Mountain Man says, after I eat Denny's, It's like eating at KFC or Popeyes. I'm in the bathroom right after I leave. First watch. Just saying. What do you do when you go to Waffle House? Karun says, Waffle House is good eating, but it is the Walmart of breakfast eateries. Exactly. Big O, don't disrespect Waffle House. You know, no hash browns at Waffle House isn't good. I don't know what he means. It isn't good or is good. Waffle House is no Dairy Queen. It's almost the same. Does Denny's sell panhandle hot dogs? I don't know, but I don't want to find out. Oh, you're crazy. Waffle House is the best. And you can catch live fights on Saturday nights. I disagree. You know what, Horn Dog? When you add the entertainment value to it, you got a point there, Horn Dog. I can never argue with you guys when you're right.
And was, as mentioned in another comment, if you people watch,
yes,
it's like going to a Walmart at 2 a.m.
Like I said, everybody walking in there is drunk and stoned.
Yes.
So yes, exactly. Waffle House, yes.
Entertainment factor.
La gente loca.
It's got to boost
all
it up.
Screwed up are going there. I'm your typical Cuban guajiro. When it comes to food, I like the same old Cuban dish. Breakfast, keep it simple, stupid. Scrambled with cheese, maple bacon, French toast with apple juice. There you go. I love French toast. Love French toast. Love French toast. Waffle House is the last resort for me. That farts that place creates are an arrestable offense. Trust me, I'm banned from Disney because it. Did you ever eat hot dogs at Lum's? No, I didn't eat hot dogs. I ate burgers at Lum's. Burgers, onion rings. Beer was cold as hell at Lum's. Lum's is good, bro. I miss Lum's. God, I miss Lum's. Lum's and Woves are two restaurants I miss down here badly. John G's in West Palm, absolutely delicious. I've never heard of it, don't know about it. But I'll take your word, Jeff. That looks like a mom and pop place, which, of course, those are the best. The way the fin season is going, I can see myself stress eating at Waffle House. I'll be the weird guy screaming, what's the point? How bad is our record before Tua's back? I'd be surprised if we win more than one game. Seriously. I'm dead serious. I'd be shocked if we're better than 1-3. Yeah. I don't have a lot of hope for this coach. I'm sorry for being negative in that sense. But I can't trust this coach. And Skyler, God bless him, he's trying, but he doesn't have it. It just doesn't look. I just hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. All right, folks, it is time to wrap it up. We thank the Brunetti family, as always, for making it nice and easy for us here to broadcast. And we thank, of course, the great Steve Calabro getting it done. Appreciate him and all the great people out here. Don't forget, man, your $100 no-regret first bet is there. All you got to do is use that QR code that's right there in our billboard right there you're watching. Or if you're listening on the podcast, go to the Hialeah website and sign up through there. Make your first bet. You will get your $100 no-regret first bet, and you're off and running, man. It's a beautiful thing. And by the way, they also have watch parties here for the Canes and for the Dolphins. So Saturdays and Sundays, come on out here. They got a beautiful bar downstairs. They got a couple of beautiful bars, but the Flamingo Bar, it's got all the TVs and everything, so you can have the watch party. So come on out and join them. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be in Seattle. We fly out tomorrow. We're going to try to do a show sometime tomorrow afternoon, okay? Because I fly out in the morning. I get there early in the afternoon, and then I will try to do a show before I go off to my concert. Anyway, I will. I thank all of you out there that made a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can always make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. Or if you sent in a super chat, we thank you for that also. And of course, you can visit our merchandise shop, shirts and hats, another way to support our platform. And of course, visit our amazing sponsors who make it all happen, like Welton Rayom and so many others. We will see you tomorrow afternoon live from Seattle. right here on the Big O Radio Show.
This is the Big O Show.